Ethereum is going absolutely ballistic, breaking records day after day and growing at an exponential rate. Every day there is good news for Ethereum investors, and we at Investing Few promise to bring you the daily Ethereum updates, along with expert analysis and future price predictions. If you've watched our previous videos, then you know about the accuracy of our price predictions, and today's video is no different. Today, we will talk about the biggest question in the minds of all crypto investors. Will Ethereum overtake Bitcoin? Will Ethereum become a leader among the cryptocurrencies? And the future outlook for both of these cryptos. Now, if you are a Bitcoin lover or an Ethereum supporter, this video is very critical for you. Before we start, I want to give a quick disclaimer that everything discussed in this video is based on detailed research and views of top experts and crypto analysts. So, make sure to watch till the end of this video before you jump to any conclusions. The purpose of today's video is not to belittle Bitcoin or promote Ethereum. We simply want to analyze the pros and cons of both Bitcoin and Ethereum. At the end of this video, I will reveal the latest price prediction for Ethereum, so stick around. And now, let's jump right into the video. Hey guys, and welcome back to Investing Few. If you are new to this channel, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon to get new video updates. Make sure to do so if you want all the latest news on cryptocurrency. Bitcoin versus Ethereum. Now, let's start our discussion on Bitcoin versus Ethereum. First of all, I will start this video with the most recent update about Ethereum that has broken new records over the weekend, gaining 10% and jumping to $3,960. The recent rally in Ethereum shows no signs of stopping just yet, and the coin continues to eat away at Bitcoin's market share. The 450% rally so far in the Ethereum price in 2021 now has the coin's value at almost $500 billion US. The number 2 ranked digital asset's total valuation is now $448 billion, and according to JP Morgan, may be set to climb much higher. Whilst Bitcoin has struggled to break new ground in the last 6 weeks, Ethereum has soared. ETH has outperformed BTC by 4 times since the start of April. It was never guaranteed that Bitcoin would remain the world's largest crypto forever. With faster transactions and more versatile use cases, ETH is arguably the better cryptocurrency. Still, that doesn't guarantee that ETH actually will eclipse Bitcoin. BTC is still the most widely used crypto, giving it a massive incumbent advantage. In this video, I will explain technical reasons why Ethereum is much more exciting to me than Bitcoin, even though both are revolutionary in their own respects. So, let's start with a general comparison between these top 2 cryptos. 1. Comparisons as currency. Ethereum as a currency can verify transactions in 10 seconds, as opposed to 10 minutes on Bitcoin's network. This is subject to statistical variation, however, and in the case of Ethereum, depends on how much gas reward was added. A minor advantage of Ethereum over Bitcoin is the concept of gas, or cost of computational power set by miners. It keeps a separate price unit between the value of a cryptocurrency and the actual computational cost, whereas the Bitcoin block price is subject to the whims of fluctuating price. In practice, the difference is moot, but gas is fairer and more flexible. What does transaction time mean for adoption? Vitalik Buterin describes it in a push towards a 12-second block time from 2014. In many cases, this is fine. If you pay for a laptop online and then manage to yank back the funds 5 minutes later, the merchant can simply cancel the shipping. Online subscription services work the same way. However, in the context of some in-person purchases and digital goods purchases, it is highly inconvenient. 2. Proof of stake versus proof of work. When the potential transactions are broadcasted to the network, Ethereum and Bitcoin miners fervently perform trial and error computation to find the nonce that yields a valid block. More powerful mining rigs can throw more compute power at the cryptographic puzzle, and are thus more likely to mine the winning block. The limitation is that proof of work is vulnerable to a 51% attack. This is where a small concentration of malicious conspirators own more than half of the computational power in the whole blockchain network. If a bad actor wanted to start injecting fraudulent transactions into the blockchain, they could outmine the other 49% of the network. An alternative protocol, proof of stake, gives more mining power to people with larger amounts of ETH. Randomly selected validators stake their Ethereum onto blocks that they have validated as legitimate. A lock-in mechanism automatically slashes or removes that stake if they try to introduce false blocks. If they validate true blocks, they get their coins back as well as a transaction fee. The advantage is a faster block time, lower transaction fees, and less energy consumption. 3. Smart contracts. Smart contracts are a key feature on the Ethereum network. They're a public bit of code that lives on-chain to execute for anyone. Let me explain this with a simple example. Two people want to sign a contract that is conditional on some future event. If the event happens, then a transaction occurs. Otherwise, there is no transaction. The two parties write down exactly the details of this contract until both are satisfied. As they get ready to ink the deal, they broadcast the contract to everyone else in town to bear witness. Sometime in the future, the event triggers and the funds get transferred automatically. It may take a while to fully realize, but the Ethereum's efficiency implications are enormous. The smart contract arrived at absolute truth, with no skillful lawyer to weasel more money for himself and his client. The code automated the whole courtroom process. The cost savings are enormous. Now, think about the enormous insurance industry. All the filing claims processed in the blockchain. It's ripe for disruption by blockchain companies that want to develop these code contracts. This is the strongest bull case for Ethereum, in my opinion. You might say, there's no way ordinary people would ever use this. We need lawyers and insurance companies. The bureaucracy is mandatory. Just like you'd accuse Bitcoin of being blocked by the government because of the government's difficulty of taxing it. Those points are valid, but the idea of smart contracts is too powerful now that it's out of Pandora's box. In my view, these ideas could outlast the government. 4. Distributed apps. DApps. Distributed apps are developer-created apps built on top of the blockchain that have no centralized server and do their computation on the blockchain. Ethereum is not quite the computational juggernaut to take on AWS that many had hoped in the early days. With current technology, centralized web servers is much better at hyperscaling. But there are still some intriguing possibilities available for decentralized distributed apps. 5. The developer community. Bitcoin's developer community consists largely of voluntary tech enthusiasts who contribute to Bitcoin's open source repository. While Ethereum is also maintained by open source developers, there is another enterprising class of private developers who write blockchain apps, leveraging the Ethereum development platform. These developers contribute to a digital app store with the opportunity to earn revenue. It's hard for me to predict the timing of when the market will saturate, but there is still plenty of room for growth. One key thing to note is that Ethereum has more features engineered in from the start. When it comes to blockchain, being the first mover means you also make more mistakes in your design, and it's nearly impossible for Bitcoin to implement smart contracts or distributed apps without starting the blockchain over. Ethereum, on the other hand, provides a developer platform with its own programming language that is largely extensible. Are there any advantages of Bitcoin over Ethereum? Bitcoin at the moment has lower transaction fees, but this flip-flops based on mining volume and network congestion. Bitcoin has a stronger mining pool with a cryptographic difficulty that requires ASICs instead of GPUs, but block difficulty mostly controls this. Bitcoin has much better brand name recognition, being the original cryptocurrency. Ethereum may have a lot of catching up to do in the marketing department outside of appealing to developers. In closing, let me just remind you that there is another way to look at this BTC versus ETH debate. Perhaps we need to ask, why can't we all just get along? While Bitcoin and Ethereum are naturally compared to one another, it doesn't really make much sense because both are vying for separate and mutually beneficial use cases, and investors get into the two coins for different reasons. Bitcoin is often considered a currency token, and Ether a utility token. Because of this, it is unlikely that Ether will overtake Bitcoin in terms of market capitalization. The two are different heads of the same animal. And while there is increasing interest in what Ethereum can offer, we just have to wait and see if Ethereum can somehow reach that position to replace Bitcoin. As I've explained all the points, now I will leave you to be the judge of this Ethereum versus Bitcoin debate. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And before you click away, I will quickly share the Ethereum price prediction made by crypto analyst and co-founder of the digital asset investment company Magnetic, Megan Caspar, who has set her Ethereum price target at $8,000 to $10,000. According to her, the shift to proof of stake for block validation reduces carbon emissions by 99.9%, making Ethereum a green technology, and these updates on the network alone could push Ethereum to $1 trillion market cap, which is where Bitcoin is at today. And that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed this Bitcoin versus Ethereum debate, then make sure to smash the like and subscribe button for more such content in future. Thanks for watching.